Hey guys, welcome back to Electrical Car Repair Live. Our mission at the garage is to save you guys as much money as we can. That's why we make these absolutely free videos and we teach you how to fix your car for free. Let's go ahead and start on it now. If you guys have that warning message that says service electronic stability control, multiple things can cause that, but the first thing you want to guys always check is the fuses and the relays for the electronic stability control system, because it could be simple fix. What we need to do now, we need to open the hood. When you open the hood facing your engine, you may have V6, V8, it should work for both. On the left side of the engine you have a fuse box, guys. You see these tabs, squish them together, lift the cover up, and underneath you're going to find a fuse box with a layout like this one here. Before we continue, let's explain quickly why it's always a good idea to test fuses and relays. It is, guys, very important to test fuses and relays. On those fuses you cannot clearly see if they're burnt or not, especially you can see in the J-case fuses as well. And if you guys assume, okay, let's say you remove a fuse, you look at it and you assume, guys, that it's actually a good fuse, but it's actually a bad fuse. Sometimes you cannot clearly see that. What can easily happen, guys, at that point, you can put the bad fuse in and you start replacing parts and tools that you don't need to, so you lose your time, you lose your money to fix a problem that doesn't exist, when all we had to do is test the fuse and replace it. We'll put a link to a special video that will teach you how to test fuses, how to check relays very easily as well, guys. So check it out, it will be in the description of the video below. So guys, what do we need to check here? Which fuses, which relays now for the electronic stability control, electronic braking system? Those will be for both, guys, because practically, okay, this is, guys, the traction control and ABS module. That's the computer right here removed. That's installed on the traction control valve body, and that's the ABS brake pump. All that works together, guys. And here, what we need to check now, first will be fuse number 5. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5. Fuse number 5 will need to be checked right here, guys. Then you need to check fuse number 6 next to it, these two fuses. After that you need to check fuse 39 right here, and then that's 38, 37, 36. So 36, 39 right here will need to be checked, guys. Now, if all that is good, always test the fuses and relays as well, guys. But let me show you something. I'm going to leave the light here, okay, and I want to show you on that Dodge Challenger now. Okay, like that, perfect. If you come here, you have the the brake pedal, right? On the brake pedal we have one device, okay, up there, that device right here. Let me show you. That's installed on the brake pedal. When I press the brake pedal, it moves. This is known as a brake light switch. Brake light switch detects when you apply the brakes. It has a wire connector here too that we disconnected. That if you have a bad brake light switch, that can cause the traction control module an ABS module to give you all kind of warnings. So guys, test the brake light switch. For any of you that want to see how to test brake light switch, we'll have videos on our YouTube channels. When you install new switch on these newer vehicles, sometimes you have to calibrate the brake light switch. We have video how to do that as well. Another thing, it could be, guys, in some cases even problems with the traction control sensor. This is the module that detects, okay, how fast the vehicle is going forward, backward, sideways, upways, all kind of things. So practically detects the movement of the vehicle, okay, and that's located under the armrest, under the center console. We'll have video how to replace it as well. Next, what we had problem with was problems with ABS and traction control module. We had to replace it and program it. In order to program it, okay, guys, you need to see a video, you need to use special equipment, but it's not expensive and you can do it yourself and save quite a bit of money. Another thing, on every tire, on every wheel, you have a ABS sensor. The ABS sensor is also known as wheel speed sensor. It detects how fast each tire is going. Now these sensors, guys, they're exposed to heat from the brakes, dust, dirt, cold, water, snow, sleet, everything you can think of, brake dust, and eventually they will start failing on vehicles. So if you want to see how to test ABS sensor, how to know which ABS sensor is bad, we have videos on our YouTube channels about that as well. But the easiest way, guys, okay, before we continue, another thing that you may notice, okay, the steering, okay, wheel, you see how it turns, right? And the steering column doesn't turn. Between the two, you have one device that's known as squawk spring, guys. It stays right here in between, and it transfers the signal from the steering wheel, buttons, switches, airbags, okay, to the steering column, and inside of it you have a steering angle sensor that detects how much you turn the steering wheel. Now, if you had suspension parts replaced, alignment done, and even sometimes you may have it after replacing modules, you may need to calibrate the steering angle sensor. We'll have video on our YouTube channel how to calibrate steering angle sensor, reset it, because that can cause that warning light as well. And another thing, if you cannot figure it out, guys, the easiest way is to get diagnostic tool. We'll put the link in the description of the video below where you can get it from. Check what codes you have and it will tell you exactly what's wrong with it. But those are the most common things we see at the garage. So guys, this Dodge Challenger has all kinds of different fuses and relays. Those could be really hard to find if you're in the middle of nowhere. We'll guys put a link in the description of the video below where you can get some spare ones put in the glove box, because one time we needed a spare, we couldn't find one, and we were stuck in the middle of nowhere because of that, guys. Hopefully the video will be helpful. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully guys the video was helpful and we were able to save you money. We guys have more than 19,000 free repair videos on our YouTube channels. Check them out. We have videos that can save you thousands of dollars in future repairs. Thank you for watching and see you guys next time.